Hello, and welcome to North America's Lumia Brawl. This will be North America's duos versions. I'll be your host and caster, SparkPJ, and I'm joined here by the lovely Miss Lucipurr. How you doing, Lucy?
I am doing absolutely peachy. How about you today?
I'm doing really well. This early morning for me. It's 1 a.m. for me, so I'm looking forward to some hyped up games to try and wake me up a little bit. We got the banger group. We were all talking about it just before the cast started that Group B is pretty insane. This lobby is absolutely stacked. So I'm looking for some really lit games and to see North America's best and brightest coming in and fighting it out to see if they can get a place in those finals.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very stacked group here. A lot of people in this group are people that we know and that have played duos in the past in previous tourneys or even on the ranked duo ladder. So it's gonna be a one heck of a show, and I'm super excited to cast this with you today.
And I think most people are going to be fairly familiar with the format of this tournament. This is kind of the standard that we're getting into. It's going to be, I think it's 7 kills, points for a kill now. I think that has been changed from 10. 10 was quite a lot. It's going to be 32 points for first place, and so on down the line. And just kind of seeing that those placement points don't quite matter as much as they once did, but you definitely want to get a first place win here.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like we have our players ready. So we're actually gonna jump right in here into our first game. It is no anti-OTP, so you'll see a lot of the same picks probably coming out here or what people are comfy with.
I kind of agree with everyone else where I don't think Emilo's on the strongest spot in the moment, but we'll have to see if they can really get it together here. But you mentioned the 9 thing about him going kind of full tank and putting items into free strats. I actually think that's a really good idea. Is Kiara's always going to kind of play the same role in those, right? It's always going to be that sort of defense shred and movement speed from those stigma stacks, and I think that's kind of just the role she needs to play. Make sure they're chunked out, make sure their defense is low, and then free Stratos can go and burst away once the defense is shredded.
Yeah, and it looks like they actually have Tisepia going on the aggressive here on Passant, but it looks like they may have bit off more than they could chew as Esther was there waiting, and this duo actually does meet an alley, so Tisepia will be taken down here a little bit early, but it's fine as this is a team modes tourney, so they will get their respawn. Who knows, maybe Passant will be able to pick up some items here that they can use. So it is an early kill going over to Esther and Passant here as Night 1 does hit, so our trees should be up. It looks like 9 up is going to be at that hotel tree to get Mistletoe online.
So I'm really glad to see this build from 9 actually. I've just kind of clocked it now that I see the full build. It is going to be that sort of justice transitioning into Mistletoe. Currently there are three tank Kiaras in the top 40 as we're seeing Priya just getting absolutely annihilated in Forest. It's a tale as old as time. Hagen in Forest is going to take you down as we're actually seeing a really big fight here from Meek Speedy, 9 Free Stratos, all kind of getting into it. Free Stratos falling low. Checkmate is going to be propped. Meek Speedy looking to chase on. He is going to hit from Kiara, so there's the root, and it looks like a full disengage here from 9 and Free Stratos.
Yeah, that was clean. It looks like I did not see who picked up the
Oh.
kill. It looked like it was free as they got the kill on the Sylvia. So good clean kill there, and they got to get out. So a couple early kills here from the teams that are actually meeting up pretty early and just kind of picking up the stragglers that haven't met up with their teammates yet to get some early points on the board.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because as much as we don't think, you're not dead, you're not out of the game, you're going to respawn up until that 10-minute mark, it does slow your routing down a lot, especially if you're not full build by this point. The likelihood is you might eat another death or two before that 10-minute mark. So really getting it together when somebody's been killed in the early stages matters a lot here as Etzer and Passant looking to chase on. Knockup's going to land, Checkmate's coming out, counter Checkmate comes. Actually hits Passant, chunks out. Etzer falling low to Lily Petal. Wolf Assault is procced. Etzer's going to fall down very early there on a fight that they wanted to go aggressive on. Orphans can drop, biting off more than they can chew.
Yeah, and Passant, yeah, he did recognize what was going on there. Unfortunately, Esther just is not able to get out, so Passant decided to leave to make sure he got his escape. And 9 and Free actually run into Fire Laser here, who's running next to Fable Frog. It looks like they're just gonna kind of ignore them there. So nothing going on here. It looks like Nana and them do just want the meteor. And we had another person go down and beach here. It looks like Fruitcake and Ghost got another person. Didn't even have to pop ults for that one, so it must have just been a fast kill for them there.
And this is kind of exactly what I was talking about here for Daniel with the White Rhinos. Unfortunately, can't get it together because you were caught out in that early stage. You really need to try and get your full build together. Dying again in Beach, and they really need to get it together before it gets too late. As this meteorite is very contested here, Lucy.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be wanting it here. Free Strato. So does hit the combo here on the Jenny, but not enough damage to go on through. It looks like they're maybe waiting for Nine to hit an E. Unfortunately, it misses here. It looks like the ulti does pop from the Jenny with the healing drone to get the healing off, but yeah, the ulti hit from Nine should be enough to take him out. But Playdead is procced, so they should be able to get out of this if they so see fit, but it looks like Fable Frog should go down here any second to another pawn, maybe an auto. Yep, there it goes. So Jenny should get out of this. Yep, Carpet does hit, so they should be out, and every time I say that, something else hits them, but they are really fast, so they do get out. And Meteorite is still up in the area, and more teams are just cycling on through here.
Interestingly enough there, I think 9 Free Stratos, they essentially play the Jenny perfectly, making sure to get that passive out nice and early, and then responding and recovering after that fight is so difficult. As we're seeing this Meteorite starting to heat up here as Passan and Etzer are chased out of the zone here by Absolute Terror and Meek Speedy. As Free Stratos and 9 are looking to jostle for position, make sure that they're the bread of the sandwich and not the meat. As it seems like Etzer's team's actually going to run away and potentially give this up for Meek. Absolute Terror is going to play the zoning game and actually take 9 well below half HP here, Lizzie. Jeez.
Yeah, that steady shot from Aya does so much damage. It looks like, yeah, he did have it fully maxed, and it's just all the amp he has in his build. You gotta avoid that. It is not something that they want to be eating there. But yeah, it looks like Meek and Terror were like the last people to show up to that meteorite, and they're the people that get it. So that's a Cabana going for Terror there. It looks like we do have Twitchu, unfortunately, falling down again to Ghost and Fruitcake. These two are just hunting this poor guy down.
Yeah, either this is a case of, you know, your classic school bully, or it's check your PayPal for my lunch money. As we're seeing a massive fight. Actually, 9 catches Absolute Terror out. Meek Speedy's going to cut his losses. Get straight out of that one. It's not going to mean too much, as Absolute Terror did get that Cabana finish, but really seeing the burst of Peabody and Sherman here.
Yeah, so it's kind of lucky for 9 Free, because I think with the first meteor they usually go Cabana anyway, so Free just gets to pick up the Cabana off of Terror here, and he didn't really have to work for that meteorite anymore, or building the commanders, because he hadn't actually had it prepped yet. And it looks like they're going to go on the aggressive here on this team. It looks like the Odyssey doesn't hit, so they're going to opt to back up a bit, maybe till ultis are back up. They're probably waiting for the Kiara ulti to come up here, as it's kind of important. Have about 6 seconds left on Flag. Mania does hit. Free trying his best to avoid everything here. Does hit a Queen into the castling, and there comes the Kiara ulti. It should be enough here. Getting a lot of damage off. Free does have the Queen prepped, and he does hit it on the Sua here, and there is the second activation of the Kiara ult. And let's see if they can take down the Camillo here. They are in a bad spot. Queen prepped once again here, and it does hit for the combo, and there goes a first full team down, getting jiggy with it, going down in Forest here.
Some of these names, they always put me off. You know, Peabody and Sherman getting jiggy with this. It's definitely an interesting tournament to cast for sure.
Yeah, it's a great name. Oh, might have another fight here. Hopefully they get out. Yeah, looks like Castling goes out right away, and they should just be able to walk away. Looks like they're not going on the aggressive here.
Something really important to mention about this, the last fight for Peabody and Sherman, 9 actually plays it like a Kiara expert. Make sure that those Stigma stacks are actually fully stacked way before Element's used. So you have access to that second activation of all. It's just so much damage. It's so much like pseudo tankiness with the iframes, as it seems like Absolute Terror and Meek Speedy might be running into them here. It's down goes 9 very, very early. It's not going to matter too much, as it's 30 seconds before the 10-minute mark. But these teams are trading picks back and forward. They're going to have to start playing a little bit more safe, or that's going to be them in a really hard situation here in game number 1.
Yeah, I think Nana got hit by the coup de grace there, and that just like coupled with the damage from Aya is just enough to even take down a tank Kiara. As we do have another fight here between these two teams. The Priya does get down the Daniel here, and unfortunately Fuchu is just gonna go on the run, as I think his teammate went down soon enough before day 3 hits, so he should respawn here if he needs him soon. And we have another team fighting as well up in alley. It looks like Giuseppe and Lily Petal are trying to chase down Esther and Passant once again. Queen does whiff as Esther goes on the aggressive. Twilight Heist comes down and does hit Lily Petal, and a beautiful combo coming out from Passant right after. Now they just have to chase down Giuseppe. If they can get this kill, it's another team out as well. Another Queen hit. That should be enough. And yep, there goes down Team Tessapetal. Beautifully done by Esther and Passant.
Yeah, truly. So much burst coming out there. As soon as the pick happens on Lily Petal, just every ounce of damage that you've got all at once just takes her down with no hope of getting back up.
And it looks like Free and Nana did find Fuchu here in Forest and took them out as well. And we do have, oh my gosh, Ghost and Fruitcake going on Passant. Checkmate is popped to try to live, but Fruitcake is able to pop the Ruthless to finish them off. Esther does hit the Twilight Heist. Ghost using the Charm of the Nomad to try to go over the wall, but actually chooses not to chase it here, as he will just decide to take out Passant, which is half of Orphans Can Draw team going out here as well.
Starting to see a bit of a meta development here, Lucy, is there's so much burst on one character, and then winning a 2v1 is so near impossible after a certain point that you have a really hard time actually recovering in fights a lot of the time, which is why you're seeing a lot of these like assassination type comps of, you know, Adela's bursting someone down, Hagen's bursting people down, and I think you're almost seeing people leaning away from that like supportive type character plus your long range because of stuff like this.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about in a previous tourney, that like this is what teams needed to start doing to start countering the front to back play style that was kind of being played in the beginning of the season. Is that the one thing you need to do to counter that is just to be a dive comp and to get onto their carry, because once the carry's down, their supportive role usually cannot do enough here. And we do see Meek and Terror kind of playing the vision game here. Oh my gosh, we had the coup de grace into the Aya ulti. Massive damage onto Nine-Eye, but it looks like he's actually tanky enough. Does pop the Plague to live here. And that almost got really scary for a second there for them.
Yeah, it really did. And Absolute Terror and Meek Speedy, veteran players here, not going to overchase here, just going to reposition for the Wicker line. Chill Dudes are kind of in the waiting in the wings, Fable Frog here and Uvabu Fanboy. And they kind of have that, what we were talking about, right, that front to back, kind of make sure that the Mai's trying to cause the chaos, making sure she's tanking and peeling. And then Jenny's looking to deal as much damage as possible. But that sort of playstyle is starting to get a little bit outdated, as, you know, they have been receiving nerfs here and there, as it was really dominant with My Rio. We're seeing teams leaning away from it. And I actually like this meta a lot better. I wish it was a little bit less monkey brain and just run at people, but I do enjoy watching dive comps.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams are showing that they know to play the vision game really well. That is one thing that I'll always praise Meek for, is that he is so good at playing the vision game. And that's why he's just so good with these picks like Yuki, and he's probably guiding Terror and getting these cheese picks from around the walls and trying to combo their ultis together.
Yeah, and you're seeing kind of the fruits of the labor, right? They half HP, both Nine-Eye and Free Strauss, like back to back, and there's no real like return on that. If both your players are half HP before the fight's even started, especially considering Meek is playing that all attack damage build, if you don't have enough consistent damage to burst and out damage Meek, then you're just dead. As we're seeing Chill Dudes kind of messing around with people in hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's really overcommitting. I think everyone's just kind of trying to keep an eye on that Wick. No one really wants to overcommit on a fight because they don't want Wick to get away for free here, as it's going to be a very important objective when it comes to the final circle. As no one's really like following it too close, actually, as Wick's just kind of strolling around pond. But now that we do have Day Radar popped, we do see Free and Nine-Eye deciding to actually try to do it here. Looks like they're trying to pull it out, but Terror and Meek are kind of sniffing it out here. They do notice, and you hit a Queen onto Terror here. A lot of damage. The Plague does come out from Nine-Eye and actually finish off Terror before Nine-Eye could pop the second part of ulti, which is really important, as they could use it to get on Meek here. There it goes. It is popped. And the Mania does hit from Nine-Eye. Coup de grace comes out, but unfortunately not enough to take out Nine-Eye. And there goes a team of Absolute Terrors going down.
And this is the strength of Adela. For those watching, the burst is there, as we're seeing Chill Dudes are going to fight onto underdogs here. A lot of damage coming out to the Priya, but Camilo has been completely untouched here. Acceptance Speech is going to be popped, so the healing drone's going to get them back up a little bit, and Camilo is just going to run for the hills here. Jenny, not a character very easy to run away from, so we're going to see if he can get away. Chill Dudes are going to run away, or it seems like they're kind of half running away, half chasing. Yeah, they've came back onto the Priya. Is Nine's team, Fruitcake's team is going to find the Camilo with his pants down here. Necronomicon finished for Fruitcake. Lots of damage coming out. Camilo's doing his best to survive, but it's just going to be a matter of time before he falls here, Lucy.
Yeah, looks like the fear is procced by Ghost. We do see the rain of arrows coming out. Not going to hit, though. Another charm does hit from Ghost. Fruitcake trying to use the daggers to come out. Yep, there goes Charm of the Prophecy, barely hitting the Camilo here. So it should be them going down to Fruitcake and Ghost. And it's unfortunate that he just ran into the wrong team at the wrong time there.
Yeah, and chill dudes here. They've actually opted into Yalda here for Jenny, and we saw a William doing this very heavy AP stacking build. Freeze trial, so much damage here onto Vabu Fanboy. Acceptance speech is going to come out. Passive already proc way before the fight's even started. Second proc of R is going to come across, and down goes Fable Frog. Vabu Fanboy is going to have to run for the hills here.
They are going to go back for the body here to take out Fable Frog. Maybe just hold on to the jacket. Looks like he's dropping some steak for the poor guy. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, you know, it'd be like that sometimes, you know. Unfortunately, it fell super early, but you can see how good these players are, you know. Like, the just veteran status of both Nine and Free Stratos, they never blow their load into the Jenny passive, right? They're never looking to overcommit to it. They know that she's going to get the res and then playing around that. Is Etzer actually going to find the solo player here? Jenny won't have passive or ult enabled. Oh, never mind. Acceptance speech comes out. It's actually just going to straight up out. Oh, the burst from Etzer! I literally had the words on the tip of my tongue that he was going to outplay Etzer. Just for him to burst through it all. Really impressive there from Etzer.
Yeah, it looks like Esther is going to pick up another kill for his team, which is really good. And he's still just going to be that sole survivor here as both the duo teams, looks like they're just going to take their spots in the two safe zones here. So Esther's going to have to pick, unfortunately, which team he's going to want to fall down to. We'll have to see which one he's going to pick. While that was actually going on, Free actually called in a Mithril from the Avenue transfer console, so now he's actually also sitting on a Joyeuse. So Stratos is absolutely stacked for this final zone here, and let's see where Esther decides to go. Looks like Ghost and Fruitcake is going to be his final fight here.
Okay.
Is it? I see, taking his time for sure.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like, he's like a second late.
Oh.
Like, if he just gets a little bit of timer from somewhere. Actually, 9 Free Stratos is going to look to play very aggressive here. Etzer actually doing a lot of damage to Ghost Electricity here. Free Stratos going to have to pop that checkmate. It's not going to connect on anybody. Down goes Ghost Electricity. And Esther's actually managed to position themselves really well. Second proc of play comes out. Esther's positioned themselves really well here as Fruitcake is going to get hit up. Free Stratos going to look to chase on. They're definitely not going to let that res come through. But they only have 6 seconds left here.
Yeah, they are not able to. They're gonna, yep, there we go. Free's just gonna wait till his last moment. It looks like they are able to step out of the zone here now if they so choose, as they do have enough timer. They really don't want Fruitcake to get Ghost up here. So let's see if they're just gonna choose to greed the body, which would be a smart call, as God, they're wasting so much timer trying to dip into archery to try to take out Fruitcake here. And they're gonna have to hurry up to the final zone because they do not have a lot of timer left, as Esther decides to go on the aggressive here. Does hit the Twilight Heist onto Nine, who popped Flag. The second activation should come out soon, as he's taking so much damage from Esther, but Free actually, with the Queen combo there to take him out. Now it's just them versus Fruitcake. We'll see if he has enough damage to even just take out Nine. He should have the Ruthless available here in a couple seconds. Let's see what happens, as Nine is just trying to get some more HP. Checkmate comes out. Huge damage onto Fruitcake here. Free Stratos just trying to read when Fruitcake's gonna jump to the dagger, but fortunately it looks like it's not needed, as Nine and Free Stratos do take the first lobby with, geez, 12 kill win, 10 kills on Free Stratos alone.
Yeah, so a couple really interesting things here to note about the amount of timer that 9 Free Stratos had. They had like between 2 and 3 seconds coming into the last zone, but because Esther tried to actually take the fight with them, they get the kill, which gives them the timer long enough to get back into the final zone. So kind of taking that risk actually sort of griefed Fruitcake a little bit. So maybe a little bit of politics going to come in game number 2 as a little bit of punishment for, honestly, giving 9 that win. And like, there's no other way to say it. If Esther doesn't give that kill, they don't make it to the final zone. and Fruitcake would have taken the W here. So 12 kills in first, but it's dicey for Nine and Free Stratos there. Very, very close.
Yeah, they did an absolutely amazing job just like pushing their lead. And yeah, they both been playing duos for such a long time with other players actually, which is kind of funny. But now they're actually playing with each other, but they're both so comfortable on their picks and they're kind of used to these kind of comps that they're just so good at getting their objectives and pushing their lead and knowing who they need to go on for. And their target selection has been pretty spot on throughout this whole first game.
I think you really see the strength of Adela here. Any queen lands, and you just 3/4 HP someone in the combo.
Yeah.
Pretty much any character can follow up on that. But if you want any character to really like solidify yourselves like a kill here or there, Kiara's a really good choice. Not only does the burst come at the beginning of the fight, but that consistent damage because of Stigma comes in really, really clutch. And we see Nine playing it like an expert. You can tell this guy's played Kiara a lot of hours, both crit builds and AP stacking builds and tank amp builds, and it just comes all together. And honestly, Free Stratos played this game phenomenally well. 9 times out of 10, kind of just dominating any fight here, as we do have our scores in for game number 1.
Awesome. Yeah, I can run through these here quick. It looks like in ninth place we have Getting Jiggy with it with 0, and 8th we have Daniel with the White Rhinos with 0 as well, unfortunately. 7th we have Absolute Terrors with 6. 6th place we have Underdog with 7. Chill Dudes are in 5th with 9. Tessa Petal we have in 4th with 10 points. Orphans Can Draw 33 points in the 3rd. Twice will be in 2nd place with 46. It's kind of funny how that happened. And in first, we have Peabody and Sherman with a nice 92 points after that 12 kill first place win.